What's up, everyone? I'm going to count down DeFY New York's top 25 sneaker releases of 2012. I was going to do a top 10, but there was just way too much good stuff, so let's get into it. At number 25, Remix, aka Rekicks 100% recyclable sneakers in the green colorway. Founded by Gary Gagnon, he actually appeared on the Shark Tank. He created the first landfill-free sneakers. 100% recyclable. It's the first of its kind. I recommend the green pair. Definitely a dope pickup. And with everything going on in the world with the climate change that everybody's talking about, whether it's true or not, whether it's just a natural occurrence or it's pollution, it's still a hot topic. And Gary's product is helping to make the world a better place. So he comes in. Those sneakers come in at number 25. Number 24. The Jordan 4 Military Blue, Fire Red, and Black Red colorway. It was a three-way tie for number 24. I was almost going to leave this release off the list, but I did see that they did improve the shape of the Jordan 4, which was a step in the right direction. And even though they don't have Nike Air on the back yet, it was still a decent retro, so they come in at number 24. Number 23, the Nike Air Max Uptempo in white, black, mystic teal. Just a classic shoe, dope colorway, and Nike did right by these. The Nike Air Flight 1. This is just a badass looking shoe in the all black with a little hits of white. I love the Galaxy Nike Air Flight 1, but this is the classic colorway. I love it. It'll go with pretty much everything. And MJ wore this shoe, so it was also, it just reminded me of a shoe you would wear when you were really ready to give it to somebody on the court. So that came in at number 22. At number 21, we got the Converse Pro Leather Ox Suede. Now, I haven't done a review on this one yet, but Converse did an excellent job on this retro, and a lot of people are going to think that this shoe has been reissued every year for God knows how long, but that's not the case. The last time I remember this shoe being released in low cut was probably around 1995. So, and if you check online and type in Converse Pro Leather Ox, you're not going to see a lot of places carrying them. So they're fairly limited. And actually, when I went to go exchange my size 12 for an 11.5, no shops in New York had these. They said you had to contact East Bay Direct. So, they just did a great job. They're $59.99, and they're black and white. They're a classic. They go with everything. So these came in at number 21. At number 20, we got the Nike Air Lebron 10 Seaweed Atomic Green. It's just a dope looking shoe and a dope colorway. And let's face it, LeBron's a great player, even though a lot of people hate on him. I'm not his biggest fan, but he's got super talent, one of the best players in the league, and this is one of the best signature shoes from anyone. So these came in at number 20. In at number 19, the Adidas Originals Consortium Munchen made in Germany. This shoe, now, I'm not the biggest fan of the shoe, although I would purchase it. It's a nice looking shoe, but with so much other stuff out there and, not that much time to really wear all of it, you got to kind of pick and choose your absolute favorites. So this is not one of my absolute favorites, but Adidas really went above and beyond for the reissue of this shoe. They were handmade at the Adidas factory in Scheinfeld, Germany, and packaged in a 101 reissue of the original box. So to me, it opened up, it opened up the floodgates to our dreams of our favorite Nikes, Reeboks, and other Adidas models getting the same treatment. So these definitely solid, number 19. At number 18, the Nike Air Max Speed Turf Dolphins colorway. Now, there was a select few that were on the message boards that were always bringing this shoe up for a retro, and Nike finally gave it to them. And I love this shoe. I think it's a beautiful shoe. It wasn't my favorite. I was not one of the guys pushing for this shoe, but I think Nike did a wonderful job. It's a dope colorway. It's a dope shoe. It's OG, and Nike did a great job with them. So I think they were executed very nicely. Pretty much every colorway of these works, but this is the definite colorway to have. So these came in at number 18. In at number 17, the Nike Air Flight 89 in white, royal blue, and red. This is one of my favorite shoes of all time. I actually prefer the original, the 1989 release in white and gray, but the original 1989 release in white and gray was like a different white and gray. It didn't look cheap. It looked rich. I don't know how to explain it, but go back, Google some images. You knew when Kanye West showed up wearing them that these sneakers were going to sell well, and they did. This was one of those shoes that, you know, we were waiting to go on sale, and some instances it did go on sale, but for the most part, most good sizes were gone, and you know, the shoe sold well, especially in this colorway. Only thing is, it also made me think, why in 13 years since the Flight 89 has been retroed, I mean, I know it's been retro back in 92, but I mean, continuous retros, why have we not received a Flight 89 high? You know, we're still waiting for that. The guys, you know the deal. But anyway, that's what came in at number 17. In at number 16, the Nike Air Pillar in gray dark charcoal, black volt gray yellow, and black metallic silver. All three colorways coming at number 16. Nike did a wonderful job with this shoe. It's one of those shoes that we always bring up in sneaker discussions about shoes that should be retroed, but probably would never be retroed. And for Nike to actually retro this shoe, dream come true. And they did it very, very nicely. I mean, they did a beautiful job with them, but $180, very expensive. Now you're starting to see them go on sale, which, you know, it's good for the consumer, but you wonder if there's going to be any backlash. Like, are we not going to get retros like these that we wouldn't think would come out, and then they come out and then they kind of, I don't want to say they flop, because I don't think it's a flop retro. I think they did a wonderful job, but you know, if they're going on sale, might not be a good look. But anyway, these come in at a solid number 16. Thank you, Nike. Did a wonderful job. In at number 15, the Nike Foamposite 1 Stealth. Now these just released. They sold out literally within seconds. I mean, once you put the shoes in the cart, no one else could get to them. So they really did sell out within seconds. And, you know, it's kind of mind-boggling because like 5 years ago, the same colorway, only with the smoked out soles, came out, and these things were being discounted down to like $100 or whatever. Now they're selling out within a minute. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but you know, it's easy to understand that, you know, the Nike Air Foamposite 1 is just a sick shoe, and the black or stealth colorway will match up with anything, so it's going to be highly desirable, and that's why it came in at number 15. In at number 14, the Reebok Omnizone x Soulbox collaboration in the jalapeno green colorway. Soulbox is one of those stores that you always watch when you know they're going to be doing a collaboration. You know it's going to be 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a good collaboration. So they did this, I believe, 2011 with the red colorway, and now they did it with the green. I love it. Some people say it's childlike, childish, or whatever. To me, I think it's cool. The uppers are made of very nice premium material, and it's got the reflective material on the tongue. The lights up. I mean, you could change the batteries, so you don't have to worry if the battery dies out. What are you gonna do? They just did an excellent job, and I don't find anything childlike at all. Actually, I'm just waiting for one of these celebrities to show up on MTV wearing them, and then it's gonna go crazy. But these come in at number 14. In at number 13, the Reebok Twilight Zone pump in the neon yellow. I mean, the Reebok Twilight Zone pump in itself is one of the most iconic Reebok pumps ever made. So, and the neon yellow colorway is probably the favorite colorway, or the most popular colorway for this shoe. So, you know, they brought them back in 2010. They sold out quick. They brought them back again for this year, and they're selling very well. So, I mean, and this is one of my favorite shoes of all time. It definitely deserved the number 13 spot. In at number 12, the Reebok Question Mid in white and red. Now, this made number 12. I feel Reebok did a really, really good job. Now, even though I like the Reebok Twilight Zone pump more, we haven't seen this colorway in a little while, and I felt that they handled it very, very well with the help of, you know, the covering websites like, you know, like Soul Collector, you know, Freshness Mag, Sneaker News, of course, Complex Magazine, everybody. I mean, they got a helping hand, you know. So, you know, it was also a limited run, and the quality was really nice. And I mean, this shoe had been releasing for God knows how long, and it would wind up on sales racks. Now, all of a sudden, you know, they stepped back, gave it some room to breathe, and reintroduced it, and it sold very well. So this shoe definitely coming at number 12. Number 11, two-way tie, the Nike Air Jordan 7 Olympic, and the black and purple. I mean, what is there really for me to say about it? We all know the deal. Olympic 7s are dope. The black and red and black and purple, whatever, 7s, sick. Actually, the black and purple I prefer over the Olympic 7s, but I like them both. I love the 7, so that's pretty much it. Both shoes, both colorways come in at number 11. In at number 10, the Reebok Pump Fury Firecracker Red Retro. Now, this colorway does not come around too often, and you know, when Reebok decided to bring it back, it sold very well. I don't know the numbers that were made. I'm assuming that they were pretty low. They're super comfortable. The quality was on point. The pump is functional. They're lightweight. It was a great retro, and in my opinion, it was probably one of the best retros of a 90s running shoe from the past 10 years. You know, they do a good job with the Air Max 90 back in, like, with the history of Air Pack, and like the 2000, the 95 Air Max was great up to about 2004 release. But, you know, a lot of them have been hit or miss. With the Reebok Pump Fury Firecrack Retro for 2012, they really did a really nice job. So they come in at number 10. In at number 9 is Nike's Flyknit Racer in Volt Electric Green Summit White. There was a little bit of beef going on between Nike and Adidas. Nike, I guess, put in like an injunction on Adidas from making the shoe, but Adidas got it lifted. So it's kind of up in the air, I think, who exactly owns the rights to this technology or to make this shoe. But so far, Nike's been out on top. So with that, it kind of gave me the vibe that it was like the waffle trainer for our generation. You know, like the way people must have felt about the waffle trainer. This is kind of what gave me the same vibe today. Like it was a fresh new shoe. I just think it's dope. It's a good fusion between fashion and functionality, and it's sick. It looks good. I mean, let's face it. You know, you want a shoe that not only performs good but looks good, and that's what this shoe is. Now, some people may disagree with me. Some people may just say it's hype, but I think it's a dope release, and that's why it's number 9. In at number 8 is the Jordan 11 Black Red 2012 release. This particular retro, I had the privilege to go out to Nike in Manhattan and see this shoe firsthand a couple months back, and I was definitely impressed. I feel the quality has improved, the shape over the prior release. I wouldn't say it's better than the 2001 release, but I think it's an improvement. And I mean, let's face it, it's an OG colorway, and we know how the Jordan 11 performs sales-wise, so this came in at number 8. In at number 7, the Nike Air Max 2012 in Anthracite Black Total Orange. Now, this is one of my favorite Air Max releases of all time. Compared to the next in line will be the 2009 Air Max, which I thought was a great shoe. It's a much more understated look, which I love, but this is more in your face, and this is kind of what I was, missing from the Air Max line. The 2006 was dope too, but it also had like more of an understated look, in my opinion. This brought me back to like the original 1995 Air Max days, where it was like they made this design, and it was like, wow, and caught your eye. So and the comfort on the 2012 Air Max is just so great. You just don't want to take them off. And the black total orange, to me, while all the colorways were dope, I felt like this colorway captured the personality of the shoe the best, and that's why it's in at number 7. In at number 6, the Under Armour BB Charge Graphite Bitter Black. This shoe is just a sick shoe. It was like a breath of fresh air in terms of design for basketball shoes. You look on the shelves, everything pretty much, kind of sort of resembles one another, with the exception of the KD line and, the LeBrons and stuff. But, even those shoes is nothing like, it's nothing to be like, wow, what's that? This shoe really catches your attention. Now, this specific colorway, I think, works beautifully with it. A lot of people are hating on this shoe, saying it looks like a ski boot. But get them on your feet. If you like the Nike Air Mag and you like the, you think you like that look, but you wanted something functional that doesn't cost $50,000, you should definitely give this shoe a try. It's comfortable, it's breathable, and it looks good. So, you should definitely check it out. But in my opinion, this was one of the best looking and most attention-grabbing basketball shoes for 2012. I just love them. I can't stress that enough. I hope that we get more colorways, like maybe an all-black colorway, or some just a little bit change up from what they have. This neon yellow colorway is the best. But I really hope Under Armour continues with this shoe because it's a really dope shoe, and it comes in at number 6. In at number 5 is the Nike Air Galaxy Foamposite. I mean, aside from being a great looking version of the Nike Air Foamposite 1, this shoe ushered in a new way of handling releases. I mean, it completely changed the game. So aside from the looks, it also was a game changer. And it also made me think that if this is what people do for sneakers, what would they do for food during a crisis? It makes you really, really, really think. I mean, beautiful shoe, but just super insanity for this particular release. So that comes in at number 5. In at number 4 is the Nike Tailwind Night Track NRG Retro. For those that do know, you know the deal. The shoe, the original, was selling from anywhere from, I actually personally sold 2 pairs on 2 separate occasions, one for $1,000 and one for $900 and something dollars. I've seen pairs go for $2,000-$3,000 in pristine condition. For those that don't know, this shoe originally came out, I want to say the late 70s, early 80s, and was inspired by the disco era, because that's when it came out. And it was like a running shoe with a disco or a flat bottom that you could use for disco dancing. And at that time, that's like revolutionary. Nobody was making sneakers like this. You wore disco sneakers, disco platform shoes. You didn't wear a disco sneaker, from any brand like Nike or Puma or whatever. So, and it had this bright silver with the glitter and the like the vinyl on the side, and the vinyl swoosh and the vinyl bottom and all that stuff. So it was a very, it was a very unique shoe for the time, and it was given out to celebrities and carried in limited quantities for some stores. Like, so Michael Jackson, you've seen the pictures of Michael Jackson wearing them, and David Hasselhoff. It's just one of those shoes that defines a particular era, and it was a very important shoe for Nike's history. So to actually see them retro it, and they did it in OG form, made them look very, very close to the original, did a great job. They were limited availability. This brings it in at number 4. Very good job, Nike. In at number 3 is the Nike Air Yeezy 2 in black solar red, and also the Wolf Gray Pure Platinum. This shoe, aside from the hype, if you put this shoe on a rack and charge whatever, 50, 60, 70 bucks, it would still sell. It's a nice looking shoe. I felt like it was a very artistic looking shoe. And the fact that they use the Nike Tech Challenge 2, 3 1/4 midsole, I mean, those of you that know me know that's my favorite shoe of all time. So that was it solidified it for me. Nike did a wonderful job on this release. I thought they handled it, I guess, pretty decently, even though there was like some underhanded stuff going on, but it is what it is. This comes in at number 3. Okay, in at number 2. Now I know you guys are probably shocked that the Yeezy and Foamposite, Galaxy Foamposite didn't come in at number 1 and number 2, but there's a reason. And that number 2 reason is the Nike Roshe Run Pure Platinum Calypso. The Nike Roshe Run in general came from nowhere, and it basically, to me, outside of number 1, is the Nike shoe of the year. I mean, they could make that shoe in any colorway, and it's just dope. It works. It's got a good quality. It's got a nice lightweight feel. It's very comfortable. It's very modern looking, and the price point. I mean, for $70, you're getting a sick looking shoe, and the Pure Platinum Calypso colorway is the that's the most sought after one, so that's why that particular colorway came in at number 2. But really, it's the Nike Roshe Run. It was just this shoe. It's a classic. They created a classic, just like the Nike Air Force One back when it originally released. This is our Nike Air Force One for modern times. I mean, it's not a basketball shoe, but I'm just saying that they could make this shoe in any colorway, and it just works. And it now has like a cult following. It's just a dope shoe. So when it comes in at number 2, in at number 1 is Ewing Athletics, the Ewing 33 High, all 4 colorways: black, white, red, black, white, orange, blue, and blue, orange, white. It took 22 years, videos, petitions, threads started on all the forums, all that, and we finally got them. And not only did we get them, but it was done right. Ewing Athletics took special care with this release. They did a hell of a job. This is the way our retros should come. Came with the original packaging, tags, keychains, original colorways. They paid attention to the quality. They paid attention to details. When there is a problem, they listen to us. This is the way a retro should be done. They handled it beautifully. And I mean, they weren't purposely made limited, but they are fairly limited. But that's why the Ewing Athletics return. The Ewing 33 High 100% deserves number 1 for 2012. 22 years we waited for this shoe, and now we have it back, and it's just a great feeling. It's a great addition to the sneaker community. We've needed this, and I'm happy to have it back. So that's the DeFY New York's top 25. Please leave your comments, questions, anything in the box below. And as always, stay tuned for more videos.